Good morning. We left the wonderful wildlife in Botswana behind and drove to the border with Zimbabwe. The crossing point wasn't particularly busy, but there was quite a lot of lorries and plenty of forms to complete. We paid our visa fee and crossed the border. We were met by a driver and driven to Victoria Falls town. There were a few potholes in the road, some quite large, just like being back at home. Our lodge was on the outskirts of the town. Ursula's Homestead is a boutique lodge with only 4 cottages. It's very quiet and peaceful and has its own waterhole. We'll have a tour around the lodge in the next video in this series. One of the places to visit here is the Victoria Falls Hotel. The hotel was built by the British in 1904 and originally served as accommodation for workers on the Cape to Cairo Railway. It's now a luxury hotel and its colonial heritage is hard to miss. The hotel has 161 stylish rooms and suites, featuring dark native hardwood, spacious bathrooms, and of course air conditioning. The hotel is very grand and sits on an enviable position. What we can see in the distance isn't smoke, it's the mist generated by Victoria Falls, which rises 400 metres in the air during peak flow. The bridge that we can see marks the boundary between Zimbabwe and Zambia. The main reason that visitors come to Victoria Falls Hotel, though, is for high tea. This is served daily between 3 and 6 p.m, and you don't need to be a hotel guest to enjoy it. The experience takes place on the scenic Stanley's Terrace, overlooking the Victoria Falls Bridge, making it a popular tourist attraction in its own right. The main attraction here at Victoria Falls town is, of course, the waterfall. When you visit, you're given a plastic poncho to keep you dry. Well, sort of. David Livingstone became the first European to see the falls in 1855 and named them after Queen Victoria. Here are the falls. Only kidding. The main event is over there. It's one of the world's most spectacular waterfalls, located on the Zambezi River at the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe in southern Africa. The falls stretch about a mile wide and drop approximately 354 feet into a narrow gorge below. The local name for the falls means the smoke that thunders in the Kololo language, a fitting description given the massive spray and thunderous roar the falling water creates. So here we are at Victoria Falls. Looks like it's raining, but it's not, the sun's shining. I was expecting to look up at the falls from below. Because the water falls into a deep gorge, you actually stand on the other side of the gorge, so we can see the top of the falls. It's really spectacular and loud. The area is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognised for both its natural beauty and cultural significance. Here's the bridge between Zimbabwe and Zambia again. If you're feeling brave, you can do a bungee jump from that bridge. It's only an 111 metre drop. By the entrance to Victoria Falls there's a market selling all sorts of local crafts and souvenirs. There's also some entertainment. Don't forget to give them a tip. There's also adverts for a helicopter ride over the falls, so we thought, why not? That was a fantastic experience. If you come here, I recommend that you take the helicopter ride. After all, you probably won't come back again. In the evening we took a leisurely boat trip down the Zambezi River. A few sundowners on the river is a great way to spend an evening and watch another spectacular African sunset. In the next video we'll do a tour around Ursula's homestead where we stayed and see some of the visitors. If you like these travel videos, please subscribe to our channel to see more. And thanks very much for watching.